Oh, you left the key card in my car to get Maddie in and out of school.
Yeah.
I thought about that this morning. What's that guy doing with the ladder? Jeez. Where did he go? I want to put them in your mouth. Take them from me. Here. Jack, here. All right, let's go find something fun while we wait. Oh my God, I want that. Check that out. Ooh, we're hitting stuff. Should we have done that with everything else that we've done?
Well, you have to, the first order has to be over $1,500.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of the Rogue headquarters build.
Yeah, we took a little hiatus since episode 1 and we've started working on the house, but now we're back and working on the barn. This is gonna be where the magic happens and I am super excited about this space. All right, so today we're working on a 44-foot wide by 50-foot long post frame pole barn. And what we're doing is we're gonna be starting the process of laying a radiant slab. So what we've done so far is we've got the structure up. We've also poured a 18-inch deep rat wall all the way around the perimeter of the building, and that's just going to keep things, burrowing animals such as rats or moles from burrowing underneath of the slab and compromising the integrity of our slab. Now we're going to lay down a vapor barrier, and we're using 6 mil vapor barrier on the bottom of the surface, and that's just going to prevent any moisture from coming up into our slab.
This has a hole in it.
Where? Yeah, we can just patch it up with tape.
Pat, I don't want to cut it off. I don't know. Sounds like thunder. I mean, I know it's not, but. How far up the wall do you put this? And the other question is, do you staple this to the wall or tape it?
I would say just tape it.
Okay.
For this, we'll have to cut around each one of those posts and tape it up against there. Okay, so the foil tape is actually going to be for the insulation.
Okay.
So we won't use that yet. This is like Tyvek tape or like
seam tape.
Seam tape, but that's going to be for the seams and any openings like around the posts and around each one of the things.
So
what we're going to do for the sides here is we're just going to staple it, and I don't even care what it looks like because that's all going to be hidden behind the walls.
I have one
Same
more
thing.
question.
The nice thing is about the insulation when we run it up, we don't have to, like if that was going to be exposed, if that was against the inside of our, like in the basement, you would want a 45 all along that, so then the concrete flows over the insulation, so then it doesn't look like you've got 2 inches of exposed insulation on the side.
Yeah.
But since this is going to be buried in a wall, we don't care.
Okay.
What's
but
your
when we do
question?
the basement, we'll do that differently. My question is these posts. So do we have to cut strips of this stuff and tape it around those?
No, just as long as you tape it to the post.
Because those are,
just try and seal it.
Those are treated?
These are treated.
Okay.
I mean, just seal it as best you can.
Okay, that was my question.
Yeah. One of the biggest problems we have up here in Michigan is the winter times get super cold. So having a heated slab is a super efficient way to heat the building, and it's just, it's cool.
And it'll be warm on your toes.
And it'll be warm on your feet while you're working in the wood shop.
Barefoot.
With all the insulation laid, now today we're gonna actually start laying the pecs for this radiant slab. In this barn, we're actually gonna have 2 different zones. One's gonna be for the workshop and office space, and another for the garage up front. We're gonna have 3 loops that are gonna cover the back space and keep that a much warmer temperature, and then 2 loops that are actually gonna cover the garage.
Whoa! Stop it.
This is gonna run straight down that way, and we're gonna go around the back, and then we're just gonna go around that whole area,
And then come back this way.
come back this way into this one. So this would be the outer loop.
Okay. Seriously, take.
Spin it over.
You spin it.
No,
you
flip
put it
yours.
down. Put it down.
Flip yours. I can't put it down. Flip it the other way. Other way.
That's
No,
not good.
you're right. Go back the other way.
Do you hear that?
All right, so to start off installing this, the PEX tubing, we're gonna start with the outer loop and the furthest most away from the system. And that's gonna allow you to work from the outside and from the back, and each loop will lay inside and slowly work toward the slab manifold. Now, the nice thing is the slab manifold is all put together already, and you simply just take these nuts off, and they have a ferrule, and this is gonna crimp down on the PEX as you tighten it up and keep it locked securely in place.
Oh, I keep doing this, Jane. Maybe I'm not a good stapler. I don't understand. And put one here. I'd put one more over there just because it looks sketchy. There.
The slab manifolds and everything were manufactured by the Radiant Floor Company out of Vermont. We actually went to them in the beginning, and they laid out the whole system exactly how it should go, and spacing of the tubing, as well as sizing the hot water heater and everything for the floor, which was nice because it took all of that off of my plate as far as designing the system, and we made sure that it was done right. And then it was time to pour the concrete. So obviously we've got a lot of concrete here, and we wanted to make sure that the interior was smooth. When we poured the concrete, we weren't sure what we were gonna do as far as a finish for the floor. We were thinking maybe epoxy or something like that. However, we ended up going with a grind and polish. We have a friend of the family who does that for a living, and he does some really high-end industrial buildings, and it's just a a bulletproof finish because there's not actually any coating on the floor.
Yeah, we saw it because my dad had just recently renovated a warehouse building, and he had done this finish on the interior of that building, and it turned out really cool. So we were down there one day and we started talking to Andy, who did our floor, and we decided that was the way to go for the barn.
And this dude is very passionate about what he does. He loves his job, and he's just excellent at it. He's been doing it for like 20 some years. So if you're in the area and you're looking for a concrete floor finishing, make sure you look up Anderson Concrete. Excellent.
So prior to putting the finish on the concrete floors, we went ahead.
There's a box right by my Jeez,
I've been seeing it like on the glass.
I thought it was on the other side.
No. Don't, no. Gosh dang it! Why do you gotta do stuff like that?
I can't move it.
So we did a few things prior to putting the finish on the barn floors. One of those was putting the garage doors in.
Yeah, we went with some really cool all glass, full view garage doors, which are just super cool. We weren't worried about privacy because we're way back in the woods and the barn isn't even angled towards the road. So we wanted to let a bunch of light into the shop.
Well, that way too, when we're working out in the shop and the kids are playing outside, we can see them nicely.
And it's just an awesome view. I love the doors. They worked out great.
So that's it for episode 2 of the Rogue HQ build.
Hopefully episode 3 is going to be rolling out here pretty soon. We've got a lot of things coming up, including the insulation and then doing the interior walls, running electrical and all that stuff. So stay tuned for episode 3, and until next time,
Be safe and happy building.
we'll see you guys later.